Hello everyone, this is Shivathmaj
Hello guys, I'm Rakshan.
Hello everyone, I am Suraj.
Hello, I'm Ditesh from Technical Stories.
and you are watching Technical Stories. Today we have with us Turrell Brown from TurrellBrown.com. He is the author, motivational speaker and a famous Spotify musician. If you didn't check out his Spotify playlist, you can find the link in description below. Recently, he launched his book From Me to You, A Journey to Happiness and Its Secret. And what to say, after reading his book, I felt it very inspirational. It is very relatable how he faces his challenges and turns them into rewards. What he think once was impossible and how he overcame those challenges. Miracle won't happen to those who wait, miracle happens to only those who will be consistent with their efforts, try hard, try again and again, never give up attitude. So, without any further delay, let's have a talk with author himself. Over to you, Rakshan.
Hello sir. So my first question is, tell me about yourself and how did you come to know about our channel Technical Stories?
Hello, everyone. My name is Turrell, Turrell Brown, and I am a singer, producer, author, father, husband, mentor, mentee, just friend, and overall humble person, and I'm a child of God. I came across, actually, this is how I met Shiva. I put a ad on a search for someone to upload my book for Kindle, and he was there. He assisted me, and he helped me so much that I felt like the relationship was even more. So we're now pretty good friends. I am honored to call him a friend. So that's how I came about meeting Shiva and finding out about technical stories.
Oh, that's great sir. So my second question to you is, what inspired you to write your book? Can you tell us a little about your process of writing?
Yes, I'm very excited to launch my autobiography. It's a short read. It's about 90-minute read, and it's entitled "From Me to You: A Journey to Happiness and Its Secrets." I was inspired. To rewind a bit, I started journaling maybe in November of last year, and I just started jotting down some current events that were happening and reflecting on a lot of things that happened in my experience, and to sort of journal my the process of finding tools to make sure that I am enjoying and getting the benefits of life, and that being true happiness, and how to just keep myself centered. So I actually I was inspired just because I am I care deeply about the next person, and I wanted to be able to help in any way I could, and just by my experience and what I've learned, I wanted to share it. So again, I'm very excited to launch it. Again, it's called a From Me to You: A Journey to Happiness and Its Secrets. So you get all the good secrets and all the good stuff that help you, some tools that be able to help you to maneuver your way through life.
Thank you sir. I'll divert this call to Suraj and he will ask you the next question.
So, third question from the Technical Stories. Our world is in a very difficult situation, like never before. As you are much more experienced than us, could you please share your words of wisdom on COVID-19 situation and what can we do at this stage to utilize the time very productively?
I know it may seem a bit daunting because of the current nature the world is in with COVID-19. Like I said before, when things are uncomfortable, that means some big changes are about to happen. And we're living in it. We're actually being written in the history books. So even though it may seem stressful and it doesn't appear to look hopeful, I assure you that the world and the things we're going about is happening in this ordained order. I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. So just focus the time you have on lockdown or quarantine or however you want to call it. Take time to say, hey, you know what? I've been procrastinating on this or that. So let me go ahead and, as Shiva mentioned in his book, using that time, start making money online. There's so many things that you can invest. And that's also one of the reasons why I recommend my good friend's book, Journey Made Awesome. So definitely check that book out. If you're not doing anything, check that book out. It's a great read.
I agree to the points. How we see the situation, after all, that matters the most. And even during such times, you have added values to our lives. Thank you so much for that, sir. Sir, one more doubt. Can you tell us something about music? After reading your book, I have come to know that you love music. And can you explain something more related to your passion towards music?
I love music. I love music. My background, I started out singing when I was knee high, and um, I loved it ever since. I do a lot of contemporary music, like jazz, soul, or R&B, soul, pop. I even sing rock. I've been uh, digging a little bit into blues and alternative rock. So I'm a big fan of music. I feel like music is one thing that can bring us all together, no matter what political views or religion views. Music is that one thing that can all, uh, you know, it's an unbiased thing, and I love it. So I'm actually launching a album as well as a CD, and on the album, I have a track called "From Me to You," which is the soundtrack for the book. So they're both related. So I'm excited about that. Again, it's more contemporary. I even have a couple of dance house techno songs on there. I had a blues song on there, a pop song on there, a jazz song on there. It's a really diverse project, and I'm excited about it.
Guys, links to the book and music both in the description below. Sir, can you tell about my book Journey Made Awesome? Just like you said, using our time productively in this lockdown, I have written a book and also I composed a song. Can you tell me something about your experience after reading my book Journey Made Awesome?
Now that I think about it, the reason why I'm a big fan and friend of Shiva is because of a lot of things we have similar. A lot of even though his book is a little bit lengthier than mine's, it's ultimately the same goal: a journey to awesomeness, a journey made awesome, and mine's a journey to happiness and the secrets. Uh, summarizing his book, and I definitely recommend it. It's about his journey, about some of the experiences. Young, but he went through a good amount of situations in his life at such a young age, but it didn't stop him. It actually motivated him to keep going and striving to focus on one thing, and that is to pick himself up, coming up with ideas about how to be an entrepreneur, how to make money online. And so these are things that I really encourage every single one of you guys to do is pick up his book and, you know, get started, because he's motivated me even more so. And I read his book after he read my book, and I'm like, wow, this is incredible, because he cares to help the next person, and it's a really awesome read. So I really encourage you.
I'm glad you loved my book, sir. Now I'll pass the question to Ditesh. Over to you, Ditesh.
My next question is, what are the suggestions for youngsters like us who are just starting out in life? I'd be glad if you share our audience some suggestions and tips.
As a disclaimer, I just want to tell everyone and all the listeners, no matter where you are in life, no matter where you're at, if you're pretty wealthy or if you're in poverty or just above poverty, we are all human beings, and we all go through a test, if you will, through life. So for all the youngsters that are listening, I just want to encourage you that if you're uncomfortable, that means that something big is about to happen for you. We all have to go through something uncomfortable in order to be able to reap the benefits and the joys to follow. And I definitely want to just encourage you to keep going no matter what you're doing. Don't give up on your hopes and dreams, right? Because it's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it.
Yeah, you are right, sir. Because when something uncomfortable things happen in our life, it means we are leveling up our game of life, and we should take everything as a challenge and have to overcome it because we have to show life what we are made up of. Sir, can you tell me more about your problems, health problems, and something about mindset that you mentioned in your book to our audience?
Just to dig a little deeper in the book, I talk about some very important life situations that happened. A health scare when I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2, and how I decided not to stay there because the doctor said, hey, this is your new life and you have to deal with it and you have to buy medication. So I decided, no, it's not the life I want to live. I'm too young for that. So I shared some secrets and know-hows to be able to reverse said diabetes before it was able to make a huge impact. And just relationships and encountering some discrimination in and outside of the workplace, and love and what the hell it is. I have a chapter about that. So all these experiences I am going firsthand, I was able to dive into what I've done to overcome and use some tools, like some useful tools, to be able to when these things approach me, how to handle it, how to respond to it. So that's the journey to happiness and the secrets part. I really encourage you, like I said, to read it. It's about 90 minutes, and it's available on Amazon Kindle for $3.99.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and insights. We and our audience learned a lot from you today. Guys, thank you so much for sticking till the end. If you didn't subscribe, subscribe. If you didn't like, and to share. So you never miss out our amazing videos like this.